Today's episode is brought to you by Raycon. Raycon is going to get you that good ear vibes directly into your brainium. Now let's jump into this podcast. Hello, everybody. It's time for Ghost and Crendor.
Ghost and Crendor in the morning.
In the morning. Broadcasting live. Before our recording studio audience. Recording. Wake your ass up, it's up, Crendor in the morning. Hello, everybody, Mike Sunny, and whoa, Ballzinga. Welcome to the next episode of Ghost and Crendor in the morning.
What just happened?
I tried to talk, and words did not come out, is what happened.
It sounded like you became the Big Bang Cox theory or something.
You know, I'd rather not. I'm all right with not being that.
I'd rather you not either.
We'll have to add the laugh track. Hold on, let me see if I have one.
All right.
Nope, just that.
Just the nut button.
Just the nut button.
Which, by the way, the story is he just got a nut button randomly from somebody.
Someone just sent me a nut button. Actually, I got two buttons in the mail. I got nut, and then I also got. So now I can nut, and then victory. Honestly, it works. Whatever, I don't know why I have these, but I'm excited I do.
I used to have the GG button.
What happened to your GG button?
Oh, I don't know. It's either in a bin, like shelf drawer or whatever, or I threw it out. One or the other.
I do like it. Could have been like GG. That could have been good.
Yeah,
could have been funny.
Dude, I got that button like 8 years ago.
It probably still works.
Yeah, that was like back when I won 2014 Heroes of the Storm Streamer of the Year. Actually, that was like 10 years ago.
I just want to point out for the record, that's really funny to me. That's almost as funny as me winning Best Up-and-Coming Streamer 2016. And I was like, bro, what? I've been doing this for almost a decade. Like,
you win that at?
I won a legitimate award at the Golden Joysticks.
Wow.
They're like, this guy is one of the best new faces. And I was like, oh, God, I think I was mid-30s at the time. Like, I've been doing it since 2010. Just like, come on now. I don't know.
This guy's really taken off.
Yeah. I guess that shows you perspective.
Yeah.
You can be doing it for a long time, and unless people notice you, it really doesn't matter.
Yeah. Which, that really is just a lot of Twitch things. It's just, these people are the most noticed. So they're going to, like, well, streamer award things. It's like the same people every year.
You learn the hard way if you have a job like this, that it doesn't matter how good you think you are. If the community or public at large doesn't give a damn, it really doesn't matter. Like, one of the best things in the world is seeing, years ago, I used to do Fan Friday. And the Yogscast started doing Fan Friday. And I got so many people bombarding me with like, you're just copying the Yogscast. I'm like, I've been doing it for years, since before they were doing it. And they're like, yeah, well, we just found you now, so you suck. I'm like, okay, cool. Or when I'll post a thing on Twitter, for example, and it'll be, some controversial nonsense, and I'll do like my hot take on it. And I'll be like, wow, people really responded well to this. I'm glad people are on the same page as me. And then I'll see someone who is just infinitely more popular not even have a take, just be like, this is shit, and get 18 billion likes. I'm like, all right, yeah, no, this is why I don't run this rat race anymore. there's no winning. I just can't do it. So why try?
Yeah. Really, I don't know how we got here. It's just the nut button. Nut. I heard the button going. No nut was going.
Yeah, sorry. I just had to get that nut off.
Yep. How's your week going?
It's going. For some reason, and this is such a us problem and not anyone else in the world. This is a do you make videos for a living problem. And for some reason, whenever I use Adobe Premiere, which by the way is perpetually a broken product, but it's one of the only ones that exist, so I guess go me. While I use it, my screen flickers. Like, does like this weird flicker, not like a black flicker, but the color palette of the screen changes. It almost becomes sepia tone, but it's for split seconds, and I have no idea why. But if I were to say, look at a video timeline and make some cuts or edits, it would flicker every time. Couldn't figure out why. So my good friend David, who used to be my editor, who now has so many better jobs than working for me, came over and he's like, let me take a look at it. So he sits down, I show him the problem. He's like, I've never seen anything like this. I'm like, I've never seen anything like this. So we start to go through it, and he's like, all right, let me take a look. And he starts going through all my computer settings and all my monitor settings. He's like, okay. So right out the gate, your monitors, it looks like you've had these for 8 years. I'm like, I have? He's like, okay, that's probably problem one, because I'm sensing a lot of screen burnout and things happening here. And just to give you an example, both these monitors are at the exact same settings, yet one is clearly a different color than the other. I was like, oh, well, maybe that's a problem. He's like, it's definitely a problem. So he's like, you need to get new monitors. I'm like, oh, man, but I love these monitors, and they're so good, and I haven't had any need for a new monitor forever. Like 8 years, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. He's like, no, you need new monitors. So the hunt for new monitors began, and I'll be honest, I don't know a damn thing about monitors. It has been so long that I haven't had to buy one, and I don't know what the spectrum is of what would be good for me. There's monitors for video editing, there's monitors for games, there's monitors for business, there's monitors that can do all of them, but they're not quite as good as the one. It's a lot. I don't know if I need 120 hertz or 360 or what. I don't have answers, and so I'm just on the hunt.
Are they Asus?
No, it's not.
Because I got two of those. I got high quality Asus gaming things. I got them because JP was like, these are good, like years ago, and I was like, dude, nice.
One of the problems I had is that, so I did get an Asus years ago as part of like a, I don't know, this might have been 2 years ago, as part of a brand deal thing I did with them when I built a computer for the office, that like the really cool one that had like the pink glowy bits and the tubes and stuff.
Yeah.
Very, very cool computer. And so I got a monitor with that, and I was going to use it, but then I compared it to my 8-year-old monitors that I had, which are just like normal Dell monitors, but designed for video editing. And the ones I had like looked better. The picture was clearer. Everything. I was like, no, I'm all right. So I haven't used anything but I really haven't found anything that I thought was as good as these Dells, which is crazy to me because I never really associate Dell with like really high quality.
Yeah.
But the monitors are amazing, and if there was a time I was like, maybe I should just find unboxed versions of these exact same monitors. They aren't, I don't know. There's something about these that I love, and I haven't found anything. People get that. You find something you love and you don't want to replace it because there's nothing else like it. It's the same thing with my apartment. My apartment, the people who run my apartment are just getting worse every year. Since I moved there 12 years ago now, it is only gotten worse. The quality of everything has tanked. Going back to what I've said on this podcast for weeks now, they still haven't come to do the work on my apartment. And I call them, and every time I'm like, we'll send a guy out Monday. And I'm like, okay. And then Monday rolls by, they don't come out, and I'm like, all right, I'll wait a day. See, maybe they'll come out Tuesday, and they don't. So then I call Wednesday, and they're like, all right, we'll send someone by the end of the week. And then no one comes by the end of it's just terrible. The pool is currently closed because inspectors came by and was like, the pool could leak and destroy. Like, the pool's closed. They're fixing that. They closed the gym in the apartment. They were like, well, there's something going on, so we got to close. Everything is breaking down. It's terrible. I'm stuck with them for like another 9 months, and I'm just like, but at the same time, the apartment itself is one of the nicest ones I've ever been in. Everything else around me, everything in the area, every time I go look, is twice as expensive and half as good. And I'm just like, oh, why? Why can nothing be easy for me? So I think most people understand that. Most people get exactly where I'm coming from.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, in this economy.
No.
I don't know. Listen, mine's been crazy as that. My week has just been 2 things I wrote down, and they're really not even that important.
I need to hear them. Unimportant. I need that in my life.
So, One was a TikTok I saw. And it's this woman where she's like grading papers, all right? And it's clearly fake. So she's like grading kids' papers, but they're not kids. It's like her handwriting. Okay?
Okay, so are we only seeing the papers?
You're only seeing the papers and her like hand grading. And she's doing the thing where she grades it with a pen and she does it like really like what's the word? Like heavily. Almost like she's like writing really heavily.
Sure.
So you can really hear the pen like hitting the desk and the paper. And every time she grades one of these people's papers, it says like 2 out of 10. Like she always does 2 out of 10. It'll be like she grades somebody's thing and they say, "Oh, this is an egg," and she's like, "No, it's an avocado." Wrong. And then it'll be, but like, and it's clearly like that. It's like rage bait type thing.
Right. Yeah, it always is.
And so I was like, oh, this is clearly fake. Like, she's just doing this. Like, these aren't kids. This is her. And she's, like, only making these videos. It's, like, clear. And then the comments are just so many people being like, look what you're doing to these kids. You let the kid call it an egg, or let the kid color in a monkey a different color. She like marked it wrong because she was like, the monkey you colored in was blue. You should just be a normal monkey. And then people were like, "Argh!" And I was like, dude, how do so many people fall for this? It actually blows my mind.
I mean, rage bait always works. We've talked about it before on this very show. It gets people every time.
It's also, oh God, these like other ones where a lot of them are just TikTok lives that pop up, right? When they'll like throw some lives in there when you're scrolling. And it's always them lying about a thing. They'll be like, find the missing piece of this puzzle, or like, what is the correct answer to this thing? And they'll be like, nope, you're wrong. Ricky, you're wrong. Jenny, you're wrong. Wait, somebody just got it. I think, is it James? I think James got it. Guys, go look in the comments. James got it. Guys, look in the comments. James got it. No, okay, no,
James?
Mark, you didn't get it. Yeah, they'll just like say this shit, and like it's just there to drive traffic. Because everybody's just looking through the comments, everyone's interacting. They're just like, "You're wrong," or like, "Where's this guy?" And it's just like encouraging interaction, and so it just kind of snowballs. But it's an interaction of nothing, which is why it just blows my mind. There's like so many of these. I stumbled across like 5 of them. Maybe it's because I clicked on one of them, and so then it's like, here's more of them. But they're just like, it'll give like this crazy math problem, and they'll be like, did you figure it out? Somebody gotta figure it out. Somebody who's got it. I think somebody's got it. And they all do the same thing. And I don't get it because, okay, here's why I don't get it. Because you're getting interaction, you're increasing your traffic, you're doing all this stuff, but like it doesn't lead to anything. Right? Like you're not building an audience that's gonna watch your shit. You're getting like meaningless traffic.
Okay, so first off, I just want to say I'm so happy you're finally experiencing the shitty side of TikTok. You over there with your, like, goofy videos of old men saying weird stuff. Finally, you're seeing what I'm seeing and worried about the world like I am. But to your point, I guess it's not about the building an audience. It's about the views. I mean, if you look at all the stories, and I guess they're really anecdotal, but if you look at all the stories of people who show up at VidCon, for example, right, and they're multi-million follower TikTok stars, and no one shows up to talk to them or to get an autograph or to get a picture or whatever. Because I guess TikTok isn't about your fandom. It's about the moment-to-moment interaction as people scroll through. Like, honestly, I don't understand. I don't get it. I will say that even I will follow. I follow friends like you and Felicia Day and all these different people that are on TikTok. But I'll be honest, I don't, unless you directly send it to me and be like, look at this thing I made about my, Starburst or whatever. Unless you send that to me, I don't look at those.
Yeah.
I'm barely on there, and when I am, I'm just scrolling through the For You thing, and it's not my friends, it's random people on there. Like right now, if I go on there, I'm not going to see you. I'm going to see Nickelodeon Super Bowl stuff, a guy who is apparently debunking some weird person's other TikTok, a video of a guy talking about foods at a grocery store that I should or shouldn't buy. Some guy making music, but it's not any friends I know. That's why I don't mess with it. I don't get it. I have a team that does it.
Yeah, I mean, you got a good team. They take all your stuff, and like make it into like powerful TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, reel, all the reels, whatever. I don't know what to call it. Either way, they make it into all the stuff. I don't got a team. All right. The thing is, like I've said before, I don't care about actually making the like TikTok style content. I just care about doing dumb stuff. Which to me, I don't think a lot of traffic goes from TikTok and shorts and all these things to like long form stuff and the other thing. Like I don't think it does. I don't think it translates over. So the only thing I care about is like when like I was mentioning the other week, when the algorithm hits and somebody's like, Crendor, I forgot that he existed. And it's more like that.
You've done really well with that lately. I've seen that happen to you multiple times where someone will be like, oh, dang, Crendor. But does that translate into people then following you? You know what I mean?
Exactly. I have no idea. But to me, it doesn't matter because I'm just making dumb TikToks of me being like, what is TikTok, man? Like, I'm not putting a lot of effort into it. So if it does, cool. But if it doesn't, like, I'm not putting a bunch of resources into it. While so many people are like doing a bunch of resources into it, but it's like, is it actually translating a lot? Because I don't know if it is. Most people who watch that are just like scrolling for 2 seconds and they're like, oh yeah, that was funny. Anyway, next thing. Oh yeah, that was funny. Next thing. And they just forget what they even looked at a minute ago.
Yeah. I mean, that's the problem, right?
Yeah.
Even the stuff I just flipped through. I don't remember. I remember there was a cologne guy. That's like, and it didn't. I just went through it, right? And I wasn't gonna watch that video anyway because something about like goofy cologne antics doesn't do it for me. So move on, right?
Yeah.
And that's the it's a weird attention span / I don't even know, dude. I don't even know.
Yeah. So that was one thing that happened. The professor TikTok. The next thing that happened, all right, I was going to Chipotle.
Of course, as one would too.
Yeah, and I did an online order, so I was just going to pick it up because I was like, all right, went to the gym, ordered my Chipotle on the way there on the old app, or I order it, and then I'm like, all right, go pick it up. So I'm going in to get it, and these two guys are going in. It's like some dad and his son, and all I heard from them talking right behind me, because I held the door open for him, he's like, yeah, Uncle Jimmy beat the hell out of him.
What?
Yeah, so I was like, I was about to go in. I was like, I'll hold the door for him. So I hold the door, and then he's like, or no, that's what I was leaving. So I held the door open because I was leaving, and then they were going in, and he's just like, yeah, Uncle Jimmy beat the hell out of him. Oh, thank you very much. Anyway. And, I was just like, well, hold on a second. I can't go back in and hear about Uncle Jimmy. I could, but it'd be weird. So I didn't. But I was just like, why did Uncle Jimmy beat the hell out of him? Right?
There's something incredibly funny about just like asking the question, why did Uncle Jimmy beat the hell out of him?
So I was genuinely curious. Like, did Uncle Jimmy, like, is he at a bar fight? Is he just drunk and beat somebody up? Did somebody like do something to him and he had to fight back? Like, is this like a justice-filled beat up? Is this like a drunken rage beat up? Like, what's happening here?
I don't. I assume it's more of a friendly, like, actually friendly beat the hell out of him isn't. I mean, I don't know. I don't know their situation. That could be, how they show love in that family. It's messed up. It doesn't make it right. But,
Yeah.
or Uncle Jimmy's just trouble, man.
Uncle Jimmy might just be trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if I had to guess, I'd say his Uncle Jimmy's just trouble. Just the fact
Yeah,
that
you
his
never know
name-
with Uncle Jimmy.
His name being Uncle Jimmy just in general sounds like a guy that gets into trouble. Like, that's just Uncle Jimmy. What are you going to do? So that happened. And then that was really it. There was like not that much else that happened in terms of funny stories or anything. I guess there was like I was just listening to the radio, and they kept bringing up things, and I was like, this would be fun to talk about on Cox and Crendor, and I can't remember what they talked about, which really is fitting for the show.
That's sign of a great show is all the prep work we do.
Yeah. It's one of those things where they bring up topics and they ask you questions. You drinking like a Capri-Sun?
I am.
That sounds like a Capri-Sun to me.
I've never felt so called out in my life.
So at first I was like, you're just taking a sip out of something, but then I heard the classic bag going.
Right. I was at the bottom of the package. And I was trying to be quiet with it. I didn't want to make a big noise because it would be rude, but then it just happened and you were like, bro, is that a Capri-Sun? It is. It is in fact a Capri-Sun.
What flavor Capri-Sun is it?
It is a fruit punch.
That's like the classic go-to. Everybody's gonna go.
Yeah. We whenever we go to Costco in the office to grab supplies like toilet paper or whatever,
right.
We always get way too much water, way too much sparkling water, and then for some reason one like giant box of 4 different varieties of Capri-Sun. And that's what's in the office. That's what we have here. A variety of sparkling waters, a whole shelf of water, and then one area of just Capri-Suns.
I haven't had a Capri-Sun in a while. I feel like I tried
That's
one.
why we got it. That's why we're getting them, is I'm like, you know what? It makes me feel like a kid again.
Yeah. There's like nothing healthy about them, right? It's just.
I wish I could tell you. The package has Capri-Sun and fruit punch, and then the back is just silver, and it's just like as a kid. I have no idea what's actually in it, but it isn't a lot. I'll be honest. It's still in those packages, and it's not a lot of actual liquid, so
Right.
It can't be that unhealthy because you're not drinking a lot of it.
Yeah. They got Capri-Sun jungle drinks.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, I went to Capri-Sun.com, and they've got monkey, sloth, iguana, panda, tiger, toucan, Capri-Sun jungle drinks.
I see that right now. I don't know what jungle drink means. It almost sounds like alcohol, but it is not.
It does sound like alcohol.
I wish it was alcohol. I would be like, oh, let's go.
I mean, you could probably make it into alcohol by adding alcohol, but I don't know. Are these just like, I think they're just different like packaging bags, but with the same drink inside of it. Right?
Yeah, although I am seeing that they have a lot of fun ones that I've never seen before. Kids these days got it easy. They have, what the hell? Capri-Sun Mystic Dragon, Capri-Sun Fairy Drink, Capri-Sun Monster Alarm.
Monster Alarm.
That's what I'm saying. I've never heard of these before.
Wait,
But I also don't see. That's because I think we're in the Capri-Sun UK version.
Oh yeah, this is Capri-Sun UK.
That's
Wait,
actually.
Where's Capri-Sun America?
You got to go to Capri-Sun America. Yo, this sucks. This sucks. When you go to Capri-Sun America, it takes you to craftheinzcompany.com.
What the hell is
Barf.
this?
It isn't even a Capri-Sun web.
Yeah, they don't even have a website. This sucks.
This does suck. The American version sucks. So Caprisun.com is a UK website?
Yeah, this is. In fact,
What the hell is this bullshit?
They got like the entire history over here. What is this? Okay, hold on. Here's the history of Capri-Sun.
Okay.
1931. The father of Capri-Sun. In 1931, Rudolph Wild founded a company in Heidelberg specializing in ingredients for foodstuff.
What year? Hold on. What year was this?
1931.
Heidelberg, where exactly?
He founded a company in Heidelberg, but I don't know. Heidelberg sounds German.
It is definitely a German city.
Yeah, it is.
And what year was this?
This is 1931.
It's slowly becoming problematic, but okay.
His philosophy.
I wonder what was going on in the 30s in Germany.
World War II, 1930. Well, World War II is 1939.
Hitler's rise to power was completed in August 1934. So I'm just saying, already we're in like, okay, all right.
You know what? Maybe maybe Rudolph Wilde was getting fed up with all this stuff going on.
One of the
He's
good
like, you know
ones.
what?
Yeah.
He's like, I just want to make a fun drink. All right.
I don't want to be a part of this whole Nazi thing. I just want to make a fun drink for all.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Then we skip ahead 38 years.
I wonder why we skip ahead 38 years.
To the revolution begins. Capri-Sun is born under its former name, Capri-Sonne, the first sale of the iconic stand-up pouch in Germany, which it does look like a cool pouch.
I mean, yeah, it is what it is.
Orange Saftgetränke. Then, in 1973, Dr. Hans Peter Wilde joins the family business. Capri-Sun becomes popular, and 10-pouch plastic carrier pack is launched. 1979, Capri-Sun has Muhammad Ali as their brand ambassador. 1980, they go to Africa and Asia. In 1982, they go to the United States.
Oh, wow. They came to the United States after everywhere else, huh? We're the last.
Yeah. Yeah, that's actually kind of crazy.
That is interesting.
1992, they became the market leader in Europe. 1994, market leaders in the USA. Actually, I don't know what that means. Like the market leader of what? Of Capri-Sun? Fruit-based
silver packaged beverages? I don't know.
Yeah, like what are they leading the market of? I guess that's like the only thing I can think of. 2003, the German Secretary of the Environment declares Capri-Sun packaging to be ecologically advantageous. That's good, I think.
Yeah.
In 2004, they broke their own world record. For the first time, over 5 billion drink pouches are sold worldwide. Wow, what a record. 2007, Capri-Sun introduced orange peach and wild berries. 2010, they went into outer space, enhancing the European Space Agency.
I mean, that checks out as probably the most, like you're just sucking from a straw in a little tiny packet. I'm not sure, you know.
Yeah, it does just look like space food. Like, it's all the food they take up there. 2015, they're in 119 countries. 2016, they have a new product range, pure fruit and water. Nothing else. Fruit juice and water. No added sugar, flavors, or preservatives. Yo, I drink that.
Yeah, I drink that. Where's that at?
Yeah. Probably in the UK and Germany.
I did find out that one package contains, depending on what you're drinking, between 50 and 66, I think, calories.
What about sugars?
It depends, and this is the problem.
Okay.
Because I'm operating off of a English website, it's saying everything comes from either sugar cane or natural sugars, depending on where you are in Europe. And because there's no American website, I'm just going to assume fructose or some sort of corn-based nonsense. But I have no idea.
All right. 2017, from Capri-Sonne to Capri-Sun with a new brand ambassador, Sunny, the animated pouch.
Don't like that.
That is... I don't know
No,
if you've
sir.
seen this
Don't like
guy,
that.
but there he is.
That sucks. That thing is terrifying. Those are the eyes of a man.
those are freaky.
I will say, if you're interested in who is promoting Capri-Sun here in the States, it is the Animal Crossing characters and the Pikmin characters.
Oh, dude, nice.
I knew Pikmin would get
Two
you.
of my favorites. Animal Crossing, too. What? Like, do they only have that at Costco? Is it just one flavor?
No, it's a multi-pack of like 4 flavors.
Okay.
That's why we got it. And we got it as goof the last time we were there. And then we went back again and we were like, Capri-Sun? Like, yeah. So here we are.
Yeah. It's, so we went to Costco today. We bought some like granola bar stuff and like dental floss and like other things. But a lot of times at Costco, they only got like one thing, which is why I was like, or if they do have variety.
It is one thing.
Like,
it is one thing of Capri-Sun, but it's a multi-flavor pack.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because they'll have that, but it's like very specific. They're like, if you buy this sparkling water, you get like these 3 specific flavors, and that's it.
Yes, there's a LaCroix that we got, and it had 3 specific flavors. Exactly. I hate Costco. I hate it. But it is 3 blocks away from our office, and it's, an easy, let's go get supplies. And then we come back with like 18,000 pounds of toilet paper, and we're like, all right, that's good.
Why do you hate Costco?
The experience. I've never been, how if you go shopping and there are people who are just in their own head and they are
Right.
clearly not observant of the world.
Oh, yeah.
Multiply that by a factor of 100 at Costco. There are so many people who I cannot figure out how they make it through the day because they're so genuinely incompetent. And they all flock to Costco. Costco sucks. Trying to drive in the parking lot,
Oh, yeah.
you're always almost hitting someone because they just walk out in front of you or they pull out, or it's just truly atrocious. I do not like Costco at all. If I could not go there, I would not go there.
Well, I like Costco, the store. I just don't like the people.
That's 90% of the store.
Yeah, but you can't bash the store for the people.
I can and I will.
All right.
I did. Yeah.
It is true. Every time you go. Plus, like, the people getting gas there, they're like, I'm saving 20 cents. And I'm like, I'd rather pay the extra 20 cents and not have to wait in like a 20-year-long line. And then you get your gas and it's all like crate. Like, I'll just go to the whatever. I'll pay the extra like $2.
It's like a little hillbilly, but like a little entitled. All combined together. It's something like when I imagine living in, what's that giant multi-mile long retirement community in Florida? I imagine it's that.
To me, it
The
feels...
Villages is what it's called. The place where like
Villages.
all the old people in Florida go to retire, that everyone there, every time you see anything about them, you're just like, they seem intolerable. That's my experience with Costco.
To me, it feels much more Eastern European.
What do you mean by that?
Well,
it also could be because you're outside of Chicago.
Well, as somebody who's just extremely Eastern European and has grown up always being around, like all these Eastern European people, it's very much like if you go to a grocery store that's like based on that, or like anywhere, it's just very much everyone's in their own world. They're just like, get out of the way. They're just like, yeah, move. Yes. It's like bumping into you. Nobody cares. Like, it's like that. It's like you're at the market, like one of those old time markets, and they're just like, move. Yes. Right.
Yeah, at least in the old time market, I would feel like this is part of the flavor of it. You know what I mean?
That's true.
And maybe that's my problem, that I can't get into the flavor of Costco. But something about it is just so corporate-y instead of mom and pop old time market that I just hate it.
Like, I remember going to when I was like 5 years old, we went to like some like super, it was like one of those tiny, not like tiny, but like small supermarkets where it's like, it's not like your standard supermarket. It's like half the size, but they got like deals. They got like local stuff. It was like something fruit market or whatever, but they had everything. And I remember I went there with like my great grandmother and my grandmother. And it was just like that. It was people just bumping in. I was like looking around. It was just people being like, everyone was like yelling at each other, but nobody cared. Kind of like New York.
What was that language?
It was like, it's like in like the East Coast, like New York, where people are yelling, but everybody yells, so nobody cares. They're just like, move out of the way.
Sure.
They're like, I am moving. I was just like that. You just look around like, oh, okay. Like that's what the Costco gives me. It gives me those vibes of everyone just being like, I'm doing my thing. You're doing your thing. If I get in your way, too bad.
I try not to ever be like that, but I will admit, sometimes when it comes to gas, I'll get like that. Like if I pull in one way and someone pulled, like the other day, I pulled in on the right side where my gas pump thing is, and this lady pulls in facing me, but hers is on the opposite side. She was just like trying to get in so she could get her gas, and I assume pull the pump across her car, right? But I pulled in so that my gas tank lined up with the gas pump so I could, fill it up.
Yeah.
She was trying to pull as forward as possible because she's trying to do it up and over the side. So she starts honking at me to reverse my car. And I'm like, no, I pulled in the right way. And I look at her like, I give her like a, what do you want symbol, right? And she's yelling at me, honk, honk, honk. And she's screaming in her car to back up, back up. And I looked at her and I just, something in me snapped her. I was just like, no, I'm not you, back up. Yeah, and I'm just like screaming at her in my car. So now it's two people screaming at each other in their cars. And finally I open my door and I step out. I'm like, I'm not going to move. And obviously at that point, I think it hit her that like, oh, this is a human being. And if I get out of my car, this man who is much taller than me and much bigger than me probably is going to be an issue. And I think it like washed over her where then as I'm filling up the car, she just sat in her car the entire time.
Yeah.
And then when I got in my car, then she got out. And I was like, okay, whatever. All right, tough guy. And then I just drove off. But I was like, why is she yelling at me?
Yeah.
I'm not going to move for her. I'm in the right.
Yeah. Yeah.
That happens all the time, especially with parking. Like there was the other day I was trying to go to the grocery store and this lady in a giant like GMC goes to park. But then, and I'm behind her because I'm trying to get to this space behind her. But then she, instead of going in, front of car first, she stops and starts to back up like she wants to reverse into the parking spot. I'm going to let you know, that is my biggest pet peeve on planet Earth. When there is a traffic in a parking lot and you are like, I'm going to hold everyone up and try to reverse park into the spot.
I hate that.
Drives me crazy. The audacity of some people. And so she starts, it takes her, she starts to back in. Oh, she's going to hit that car. She pulls out a little bit more, starts to back in. And now she's honking at me to reverse. There's 4 cars behind me. I can't reverse. We're all waiting for you, lady. And she's just freaking out. And she's yelling at me through her window to like, back off, back off. I'm like, I can't move. You made this choice. This is your problem. And so now she's taking long and she's honking. And now people are coming in the other lane. Some dude has already taken the spot I wanted to get. He pulled in from the opposite end. So now I'm just waiting for this lady to go. Their car's honking at me. Guys, people are coming this way. Traffic's held up. And she can barely move. And I'm just like, if you had just parked it like a normal ass human being, this could resolve 5 minutes ago. Instead, I got to go find a whole new parking space in this damn shopping center. Oh my God. It happens so often. And it's not ever like some dude in a Prius. It's always someone in a pickup truck or a Suburban or something. It's just like, what?
I feel like it's happened more than once.
Oh, it happens frequently here, especially if you try to go to grocery stores or to big parking lots around here. There's always 1 or 2 people that decides, you know what? I'm going to hold everyone else up and just reverse in.
I do always hate the backing. I don't understand if it's like I'm a cool car driver thing or something. Like I don't get it.
Yeah, I did watch a video. And again, this goes back to TikTok. I did watch a TikTok video where a girl said, and I quote, "Men who don't back into parking spots but instead just drive in give me the ick." And I want you to know, I bet it's because of that woman that I have to deal with this problem. And lady, you suck.
Here's my question. What is the point of backing in?
So you can leave without backing out? I guess. I don't, like, maybe you need to make a quick getaway. Like, I don't know what goes through people's minds. I couldn't tell you. Maybe, honestly, maybe they can't back out well, or maybe they are afraid that if they park in some way, so I couldn't even comprehend it, dude.
Because at some point, you have to back out anyway, right?
Yes.
So just pull in normally and then back out. They're just doing the back in, and then they're just doing it in reverse. So like, and it's making it harder for everybody. So just like do it the normal way, which is why I think it's like a cool thing. Like, yeah, I know how to back in. I know how to parallel park. My car goes vroom, vroom, vroom. You know?
I hope that's the case and not something. I need to know why I have to hate you. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm going to hate you, I'd like to know why. I clearly already hate you, but give me the reason next, please.
Yeah. There's got to be somebody listening. Even if you are the person that backs in, why do you do it?
Why do you
know
do
why?
it? That's what we want to know. We want to know. We're not going to judge you, even though we are judging you, but we're not going to judge you after the fact. If you help us,
Yeah.
we'll allow it. You personally, you can do it. You can do it.
Yeah, you can do it. Just let us know.
But those others, F them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's I think I just don't care about cars. Like even just people that do the vroom vroom cars. There's like my car goes like, and I'm like, I don't understand. If anything, it makes it sound like the car is broken. Yeah, I don't get it.
Yeah, I'm somewhere in the middle. Like I can't. A lot of the electric cars, they're cool, bless them. But I need my car to make a noise so I know it's on.
Yeah, well, it's like a feedback thing.
Yeah, I need something, but I also don't want my car to think like I don't need that. Just a nice like I'm on now. Like that's all I need.
Yeah.
And I'm all right.
So I switched chairs again. Now this chair's all like squeaky. Hear it?
I did hear it. Yeah.
But it feels better. It's like better posture. It's
This
better.
is- This is the stupidest podcast. You're over there with a squeaky chair. I'm over here like
Just like I had things to talk about, but I don't remember what they were.
yeah.
Yeah.
Nut.
Anyway, that's what I did this week.
Well, also this week was Valentine's Day. Yes, I know. For all of you out there who spent time with your loved one or loved ones, no judgment, Rocket player, I bet you probably exchanged some gifts, some kisses, some whatevers. But the love doesn't have to end there, because you can surprise your Valentine with a little something special by getting them some great Raycon everyday earbuds. Even if it's just, a fun roommate like Bert and Ernie. Totally just buds hanging out, living together.
Yeah.
Right? If you want to surprise your extremely platonic, even though you sleep in the same bed, buddy, with something fun, Raycon everyday earbuds is the way to go. With optimized gel tips for the perfect in-ear fit, these earbuds are so comfortable they'll actually just stay in your ears, which I think is the best part. I've said this before, I love the fact that with these, they stay in. When I stick them in, they stay there. And a lot of the times when it comes to earbuds in general, I have this thing where they just fall out, right? If I lean some way or I sort of rest my head, they just pop out. Or if I'm lying in bed at night and I, want to put them in and listen to music or something so it isn't, loud in the room, but like quiet in my ears, I want them to sort of stay there and not just plop out onto my pillow. It is so nice that they do that.
I used them at the gym, and guess what? They stayed in. They're working great. They played my wub wubs. I'm moving around a lot. They didn't fall out.
Plus, the best part is the sound quality is right up there with some of the best out there. Like any serious love story, your Raycons are here for a good time and a long time with 8 hours of playtime and 32 hours of battery life. Most importantly, you get amazing audio quality at half the price of other premium audio brands. And Raycon's everyday earbuds are used to feeling the love. They've already gotten tens of thousands of 5-star reviews. My favorite part, of course, is the awareness mode. It's a thing that, honestly, I love when it comes to earbuds in general. Walking around in public, I want to listen to my music. I want to listen to a podcast or whatever, but I also want to be aware of everything around me. And I always get uncomfortable when I have earbuds in that blast, and then I kind of, they do like noise reduction, and it negates everything around me, which can be good in certain circumstances. I couldn't say that word. But when I'm out like walking the streets, I want to be aware of what's around me. I want to, not walk out into traffic and that kind of thing. And so I love the awareness mode. It's awesome. If you want to get some Raycons for yourself or for that loved one, go to buyraycon.com/Cox today to get 15% off your Raycon order plus free shipping. That's buyraycon.com/Cox to score 15% off and free shipping. Buyraycon.com/Cox. All right, Crendor, go jump. Traffic out there.
Oh boy, traffic is actually pretty good still. In fact, I'd say traffic to a certain live show happening in a few months would also be pretty good, and that we forgot to mention that earlier. So it's pretty good. Back to you.
Oh, I was waiting. Yeah. Hey, by the way, hey, gang. Are you aware that on July 13th, Crendor and I are back in Chicago? Tickets are on sale right now. If you want to, down below, there's a link. Click that bad boy, and you can join us for a live show. Again, the last two sold out. So if you want to go, get your tickets now before it's too late. It is at our old stomping ground, Lincoln Hall. If you've been there before, you know we loves it. It'll be a blast. But remember, the last two times tickets have sold out. So be there or be square. That's all I'll say. Link down below.
That's all he's saying. Well, actually, you did say more than that, then, technically.
You know what? That's all I'm saying. All right, let's go to weather.
All right. Once again, I'm going to hold down the old weathers. I go to youtube.com/Cox and Crendor podcast. I go to last episode. I do Control F weather, and then I hold down enter, and then I let go. Somebody wants the weather request for the exotic land of Los Angeles, California. All right, I'm not doing that one.
I can tell you, it's nice out. There you go.
All right, there we go. We got that one.
Yep.
All right, now we have one for Ashland, Kentucky, their hometown and the origin of the duct tape bandit.
All right. Yep. Okay. Yeah.
All right. Going to Ashland, Kentucky. Let's see here.
And the duct tape bandit.
And the duct tape bandit. Ashland, Kentucky, 57 degrees Fahrenheit. Feels like 55 degrees. 9-mile-an-hour winds, humidity 49%, pressure 30.01 inches, 10-mile visibility, 7:21 a.m. sunrise, 6:08 p.m. sunset. UV index 0 of 1138 on the old dew point, and a waxing crescent moon phase. Looking at the 10-day, we got 47 with PM showers. On Friday, we've got Kat walking around over here. Kat, what are you doing? We've got Saturday.
I want to be part of the weather.
We've got Saturday partly cloudy, 36. We got Sunday 47 sunny. We got Monday 53 sunny. Tuesday 57 partly cloudy, and Wednesday 62 partly cloudy. Thursday 63 shower. Yo, this is like my favorite weather. You get like 62 with rain, 63 with rain, and that's the weather for Ashland, Kentucky. Did you find any duct tape?
I mean, here's the thing. Ashland, Kentucky, no duct tape, but with that said, a lot of what you would consider American staples. But with that said, shout out to Cheddar Scratch Kitchen.
Cheddar Scratch Kitchen?
I don't know if that's a chain. It feels like a chain, but it looks like a place that I would just delight in going to try. Because it seems like old-time American food. Right?
Oh,
it's
wait,
like,
I see
okay.
it. Cheddar Scratch Kitchen. Let's see. Oh, yeah, it kind of does.
I've never heard of Cheddar's before, but it looks like a chain, but I don't know. And then right down the street, Sal's Italian Eatery and Speakeasy. I would go to Sal's in a heartbeat. Again, it feels like a chain, but I don't know. And that's the problem with most of Middle America. Everything feels like a chain, but maybe it's not. I don't know.
They got slim chickens.
Like, again, there's a place called Tudor's Biscuit World. Tudor's Biscuit World, based on all the logos and signage, appears to be a chain. I have never heard of Tudor's Biscuit World. I would love to go to a place called Biscuit World.
Yeah, like this place, there's slim chickens, and it looks like, what's that chicken tender place?
Raising Cane's?
Yeah, it looks like that, but I feel like it's not that. Like, it looks probably a little
Everything here looks exactly like Raising Cane. Exactly like it.
They got Jolly Pirate Donuts. Yo, Jolly Pirate Donuts. This actually looks pretty good.
Jolly Pirate looks pretty good. Yeah.
They got like the box it comes in is like a little treasure chest box. That actually looks pretty good. I'd go to Jolly
Yeah, but I'm
Pines.
looking around. Like everywhere I look, it's Dairy Queen, Golden Corral, McDonald's. Again, very middle of America.
Well, yeah.
Although I will say, shout out to Taco Brothers, because here's how I know Taco Brothers slaps. Every photo has people in it.
Oh, yeah.
Like not just an empty restaurant with seating, photos of people gathered eating these tacos. Again, it feels like a chain, but it looks delicious.
It does. If you go across the water, you can get
I think
to.
that is the Ohio River. So now we're in Ohio. If you go across the river, we're in a
Wait,
different
do you?
state.
Whoa,
Yeah.
you do?
That's the Ohio River.
Huh. I didn't know
Separates
that.
Kentucky and Ohio. Yeah. That's the border of Ohio is the river.
Damn. I was going to say, if you go across the river to Ohio, I guess, you can go to L&J. The shit is this called? L&J Coal Grove Inc. And they got some.
What?
They got some hot dogs from the like 1990s.
Yo, those are the kind of hot dogs I love. That's the hot. I would be so happy with that.
Those are some good looking hot dogs.
I'm more interested in a place called. You know, you're kind of right near West Virginia when this is the name of the pizza place and it looks good. There's a pizza place called Skeeto's.
Skeeto.
And Skeeto's in Ohio. It looks like it's in a shack, and the pizza, I mean, it's pizza, all right, but there's no photos of actual pizza.
Oh, yeah.
There's one photo of what I assume is cinnamon bread, but there's no actual photos of the pizza. Yeah, Skeeto's is right down the street from Sugar Creek Christian Academy. So that's cool.
Yeah. There you go.
And Mike's Archery. Yo, when you have a store devoted to bow and arrows, you are in the country. That's just a fact.
That is very true. Hold on. I found something crazy. All right? So if you go down the river to South
going down the
Point,
river.
Okay?
I see South Point. You're about to hit West Virginia.
Yep. If you see South Point, there is a Giovanni's Pizza right
I
above
see
South
it.
Point. But to
Yeah.
the southwest, there's another Giovanni's Pizza.
Because it's two separate states, dude.
Yeah, but it's like you can eat at one while looking at the other one across the river. And one of them
That's like the Starbucks across the street from Starbucks in New York.
It is. One of them's got a 4.5, the other one's got a 3.9.
I'm telling you, that Kentucky Giovanni's, it's trash.
Yeah.
The Ohio Giovanni's, that's the good one.
The 3.9 one is like serving breakfast. They got like sausage and eggs.
Meanwhile, in West Virginia, so you got Giovanni's, Ohio, Giovanni's
Right.
in Kentucky, and then across the river in West Virginia is Everoni's Pizza. Now, Everoni's is a 4.4, and that pizza looks pretty good, but they also serve Skyline Chili style sauce with the spaghetti.
Oh, yeah, the Skyline chili.
So you can get that there. You know what? Everoni's wins. This place. Although the pizza looks a little too saucy and a little too cheesy for me, but that's the style, so
Yeah, I can see that.
what are you going to do? I'm not a big, I'm more of a thin crusty boy. This looks like thick crust. Although they have my favorite type of sausage. For some reason, if you're in Ohio or West Virginia and a little bit in northern Kentucky, sausage on a pizza isn't like balls of sausage. It's little tiny sausage crumbs that look like rabbit pellets.
Oh, yeah. I remember
And
that.
I don't know why, but I love it because it covers every ounce of the pizza with some type of topping.
So, hold on. I clicked on...
I don't know why that is.
Click on that to see the
Giovanni's.
pizza. And there is an old man there that is like so done with life.
The best part, so Crendor sent me a multi-layered photo. There is a photo of what I assume someone taking a photo of a young girl, maybe having her first pizza. I don't know.
Yeah, they're just like a happy family, like, hey, we're eating our pizza.
And then right behind them is this old man who's like, I don't want to be on camera.
I don't think he wants to be anywhere.
But what's crazy is if you go down one photo, there's another angle of it, and it's another family, and he's at the end of that table staring at the camera again like, I don't even want to be here.
Yeah, he's like in every picture.
Is he the ghost that haunts this Giovanni's?
He is
that what we're
Giovanni.
discovering?
That is Giovanni's ghost.
Giovanni died making pizza, and now he can't leave. He's in another photo.
Oh my God, I
How
see
is this possible? He's in a whole other photo.
Yeah, what? That's got to be Giovanni. It has to be.
He's in another photo.
What?
Yes, there's another photo with it's him standing in the middle of a group of people. Dude, he is the ghost haunting this place. There's no doubt about this. I've never believed in ghosts until right now.
That is Giovanni's ghost, 100%.
I just want to leave. He's stuck there forever.
He's stuck there forever.
Damn, dude. Damn. That's wild.
And that's the weather.
That is the weather. All right, let's go to sports.
Sports. Sports. We're about to hit the All-Star break for basketball. Pitchers and catchers have reported for Major League Baseball spring training. Hockey, I believe, has started up again. And we had the Super Bowl. So all those things happened, and the Chiefs won the Super Bowl. Cool.
Cool.
I did see you tweet about wrestling. I figured I'd bring that up in the sports.
Yeah.
I didn't know I don't really know anything about wrestling, and I don't watch wrestling.
All right. Well, first off, don't go digging now.
Okay.
Because a lot of what you're going to find is how, once again, Vince McMahon is a total piece of shit. So
classic, yep.
Don't, like, more than you know.
Right.
Like having a woman as a slave kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, and that's not even an exaggeration. That's lightly.
Oh.
Yeah, no, it's bad. But in the actual wrestling itself, The Rock came back, and basically, I'm not a big modern day wrestling guy. I used to watch it back in like the early 2000s and stuff. But I know what's going on because I have a ton of friends who are super into it. And so The Rock came back, and I guess there was going to be a big match fight, whatever we call it, between two of the bigger named guys in wrestling. And The Rock came back and he changed it up, and he involved himself in it. And everyone was so pissed off. They're like, how dare you ruin this dude Cody's rise to the top? It was his turn. How dare you? This was gonna be... And everyone's all upset. And it was a lot of commentary about how wrestling is dead and this is terrible, and The Rock is so full of his own ego when he came back from Hollywood, and this is terrible. And then within, a week, it completely changed because The Rock was clearly playing a character. And so he came back and he slapped that Cody dude, and he was talking shit, and he was being like the villain. And suddenly everyone's like, this is amazing. And so it was this wild roller coaster of watching wrestling fans get involved in a thing and, make judgment calls too early and freak out. Obviously, it wasn't all wrestling fans, but very vocal ones online. And people just always had hot takes. That's what I was talking about. Now it's like the evil Rock has returned. He's going to ruin what we love, and we got to stop him. So let's join together, everyone. And so people are booing The Rock and stuff when he goes to events. And, it's wrestling. Of course, this is what was happening. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I said it's a roller coaster, because it's been funny to watch people be like, because the week started with Vince McMahon continues to be an awful person, and then ended with wrestling as we know it is ending because The Rock is ruining it for everyone. And then people were like, damn, this is really entertaining. I was like, okay. All right. Wrestling, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's sports.
All right, let's go to that big, beautiful fact of the day.
Fact of the day. I
lot
saw
of wubs in
somebody. I saw somebody mention that one of our facts of the day there was something about Julius Caesar didn't add up. Listen, I don't know. I'm not fact checking the facts. I'm just reading them from this.
Yeah, he went to a website. Yeah, he went to a website and looked it up. And if the website lied to us, that's on the website, not us. We're not scientists. We're two idiots who make videos on the internet.
Yeah.
What do you want from us? These are not fact checked.
Yeah, these are 100% not fact checked. Baked beans are not actually baked.
I mean, yeah, but why do they call them baked then? I mean, I knew that, right? Maybe, what did I know? I don't. Okay, you know what? Give me some answers.
In the UK, the dish is usually stewed in sauce. On the other hand, canned baked beans are cooked through a steaming process. The bottom line, baked beans are rarely ever baked.
Well, why are they called baked beans then?
I don't know. We didn't really learn it from this website.
Well, now I gotta look.
Gotta be...
Why are they called baked beans? Because the can is first filled with blanched beans, then sauce, and the can is sealed in a lid, then the cooking begins. Oh, they cook them in the can?
They cook them in the can.
But still isn't baked, though. That still doesn't... Does that qualify as baked?
It says canned baked beans are not baked, but are cooked through a steam process. Baked beans
Right,
is a dish
in the
traditionally
can.
containing white common beans, parboiled, and then in the U.S. baked in sauce at low temperature. So maybe that's the baking. But usually isn't baking like putting them in the oven?
That's what
But I guess maybe that's what they do. They put them in sauce and they bake them in the oven.
Baked beans occurred in Native American cuisine and are made from beans indigenous to the Americas. It was adopted by English colonists. Yeah, sure. But so originally Native Americans sweetened baked beans with maple syrup. Okay, sure. That doesn't tell me what the bake is. Today, baked beans don't tell me. All right. I found the origins.
Okay.
Again, baked beans got their root from they would stick the beans in homemade pots, glazed pots for baking beans. It's like a bean stew tradition, but that's still not.
So it says baking, according to the dictionary, is the action of cooking food by dry heat without direct exposure to a flame, typically in an oven. So I guess if you're cooking it with dry heat, then it is baking the beans. So it has to be some form of dry heat to cook the beans, because if not, then it's not baked beans.
Sure, and the bake is the heat upon the vessel you've put the beans and sauce and stuff in. I get that, but technically isn't the sauce boiling what heats the beans?
Yeah,
isn't that like a broiled? I don't know. Look, I'm no cook. I don't know. This is one of those things where someone's gonna be like, guys, this is inaccurate information. Like, yeah, probably. I don't know.
Yeah, listen, all we've learned is that we have no idea what baked beans are at this point.
Okay, so in New England, where this explains why Boston's called Beantown. In New England, baked beans are flavored either in maple syrup or molasses and are traditionally cooked with salt pork in a bean pot over a brick oven for 6 to 8 hours. In the absence of a brick oven, the beans were cooked in a bean pot nestled in a bed of embers placed near the outer edges of the hearth, about a foot away from the fire. Today, baked beans can be made in a slow cooker and using a modern oven with a traditional bean pot, Dutch oven, or casserole dish. Regardless of the cooking method, the results of the dish, commonly described as having a savory sweet flavor and brownish or reddish tinted white bean, are the same. Doesn't matter. I still stand by the fact that British beans, not as good as American beans. I'm just going to say it. I know they love their beans on toast.
Yeah.
It does not have the same flavor at all. At all.
They're more tomatoey. I do like beans on toast, but yeah, they are more tomatoey.
Yeah. Ours have more flavor, and it could be because we add more crap to it, admittedly. More salt, more sugars, and whatever. It tastes like ketchup-y stuff in the UK, and that it doesn't do it for me.
Oh, I thought that was you're going somewhere, and you just said, "Damn."
Doesn't do it for me, period. There you go. Doesn't do it for me, period.
All right, good. That's your fact of the day.
All right. What is our big news story of the day?
Big news story of the day. Tampa, Florida. A wayward kangaroo was corralled safely by sheriff's deputies Thursday after it was spotted hopping around the pool area of a Florida apartment complex. The Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office released video and still photos of the kangaroo, including some footage shot from a helicopter. The agency also released audio of a female resident of the complex calling in to report it. Quote, "I actually see a kangaroo. It's kind of a large kangaroo," she said. "We got him closed in the pool gate area." Deputies were able to figure out the animal's owner and reunite them after checking for its proper registration. No injuries to the kangaroo or people were reported.
So, I mean, again, nothing explained at all.
Why do they own a kangaroo in Florida?
Is it even allowed? What are the rules? And what happens if one gets loose? Are you then in trouble for the loose kangaroo?
Yeah, is it... Why do they have a kangaroo in the first place? Are they like an owner of a zoo? Or are they an owner of something else? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, my initial thought process was like someone at a zoo let their kangaroo get loose.
Yeah. That's what I figured. But I feel like they would have been like, it was from the zoo, and they took it back to the zoo. But they're like, no, it's just the owner of the kangaroo, like it's a dog.
Yeah, this is right along the lines of Monkey Mondays. What is going on? Florida's out of control. Florida's like, you got animals? All right, okay.
Yeah, there's so many questions, and they didn't ask anything either. But the thing is, it's weird enough for them to be like the crazy kangaroos on the loose, but they're just like, yeah, they found the kangaroo and took it back, and it's like, what? I don't understand.
Are you allowed to have kangaroos as a pet? Just, yeah, all right. I mean, wait, hold on. What? Nothing makes any sense. In Illinois, Idaho, Maine, New Jersey, New Mexico, Nevada, Ohio, Pennsylvania, South Carolina, Texas, Washington, West Virginia, and Wisconsin, it is legal to keep a kangaroo as a pet. While in the rest of the U.S., it is illegal.
What? That is weird.
So, but then why do they have a kangaroo?
Yeah. Like what?
Doesn't that mean it's illegal to have one?
Yeah, you would think
maybe they
so.
have a special permit?
Maybe?
Florida law prohibits the ownership of kangaroos as pets.
What? Are they from out of state? But even in that case, what? There's something going on here.
Maybe if you get a license or permit, you can have one. But even then, if your kangaroo gets loose, you're losing that permit.
Yeah. This is
Also, why would you... Where was this in Florida again?
Tampa.
Tampa?
That's what it said.
Big city Tampa? Some guy just has a kangaroo hanging around?
Yeah. Well, let me recheck here, but the story is from Tampa Bay. Hillsborough County, which is, yeah, Tampa Bay.
You know what? I'm going to assume this is either from Busch Gardens or maybe Dinosaur World.
That's kind of like a dinosaur.
I mean, there's so many places in Tampa that this could be. There's the Whedon Preserve. I guess, but none of these are all public places.
Yeah. I have no idea.
This is goofy. This is Florida. You continue to amaze. I mean this.
Yeah, wow. Well, maybe somebody knows. If you know, let us know.
Maybe.
And that's your big news story of the day.
All right, that's it for us. Thanks again. Crendor, hit him with the socials.
We've got socials, youtube.com/Cox and Crendor podcast, all one word. That's where you can find all these podcasts. Also, you can go on youtube.com/Cox and Crendor, and you can find all the animations. Also, we're on Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, and probably some other things. You can find us on our normal things. We got YouTube Jesse Cox, YouTube Crendor, Twitch Jesse Cox, Twitch Crendor, Facebook Jesse Cox, Facebook Crendor, Twitter Jesse Cox, Twitter Crendor, TikTok Jesse Cox, TikTok Crendor, Patreon Jesse Cox, Patreon Crendor. YouTube Warhammer Crendor. Cox Clips, Cren Clips.
It's falling apart. It's falling apart.
Instagram Notorious Cox, Instagram Crendor's taken. That's it.
Okay. We'll see you next time. And as always,
Shake the rhino.
to be continued.